Yes, yes, yes. What up, y'all? We are here in the dark. We are here in the dark. Sitting on my porch. Sitting on my porch. Like a LA country nigga. Come on in here, folks. Come on in here, chat room. Come in here and spread the joy. Love is all around. Love is all around. Love is all around. I want to say that first, I want to start off by saying I don't have any issues with the LGBTQ community. I'm cool with all the gay homies out there. I'm cool with everybody that's gay that's not trying to take it Dwight Howard style. You dig? That's what we talking about today. The predatory behavior in Hollywood, in the Hollywood LGBTQ community. What's up, everybody in the chat room? DJ Lemonade 225 Girls. What's up to everybody? But we got to have this conversation, folks. On the heels of Katt Williams breaking the internet yesterday, one thing we must not forget that he said was Harvey Weinstein volunteering to get on his knees and suck his dick. We heard the stories from Terry Crews a few years ago about him getting his balls groped and touched. We've been hearing Corey Holcomb talk forever about all the backdoor Yaduki activities going on in Hollywood. What's up, Kendall? This is a serious question I'm asking. I know I'll be cracking a few jokes. Why not? But this is a real question I'm asking, y'all. Has the predatory behavior from the LGBTQ community in Hollywood, has it gone too far? Has it gone too far? You're right, I will. This is an honest question. Because, as you know, I work in entertainment, part of what I do. But the primary reason I know it's a part of what I do and not all of what I do is because I've heard the stories and I understand the higher you go up in this entertainment field, the more you're going to be pressed to get your asshole pressed. And that's not right. It's not fair. It's not humane. And nobody should have to get their rectum run through to get a role. Nobody should get their Twizzler twaddled to get a title on a TV show. You dig? I ain't got no issues with gay people. I ain't got no issues with people who like that behavior. If that's what you do, that's what you do. That's a beautiful... See, the beautiful thing about Earth is there's something for everybody here. That's the beautiful thing about this planet. That nigga Big Ike said rhetorical questions. Ah, shit, that was funny. Rectorial questions. Rectorial. You put rhetorical. I read rectorial. I'm thinking, nigga, that's a rectorial question. Because you get... Oh, shit. We got to ask this because everywhere you look, there's somebody in this industry talking about getting a bunghole fondled and touched and pokered to get jobs. And that's not right. I think the best man, best woman should get the job. And the women during the Me Too movement, 2016, there's been a lot of vocalizing to what the women have been going through, and rightfully so. No woman should ever be mistreated because she wants a job or she wants to get something done. No woman should ever have to suck a dick to get a role. But neither should any man. As a straight black man, I have to deal with everything wrong in my community. Every time I turn on the news, they're targeting specifically straight black men. If we show masculinity, we're a problem. If one crazy ass nigga murders somebody, then it's a straight black male problem. One black man abuses a woman, is abuse a problem in the straight black male community. All the fucking time I gotta look up and deal with whatever fallout some knucklehead nigga down the street did. Yet these people can doodle dangle all they want. They can Twizzler twist. They can Hershey highway. They can do all the brown booty hole activities and go so far as to force those activities onto people. That's the issue right there. It's the forcing the bunghole penetration that's a problem. And I'm going to first say like what Katt said. First off, I'm not going to be remiss and forget the part that say that, look, you niggas ain't got to do it. Okay? You can always say no, like Katt Williams said. You can always say no to them Diddy type niggas. You can always say no. But the point of view of this particular show tonight is, why should you have to say no? Luckily for me, being 6'2", 300 plus, I ain't ever got proposed. That shit got sent my way. Although I have had a few weird ass handshakes, where like you shake a hand with good intentions, and then when you done shaking that hand and you saw the way that nigga looked at you, you kind of like, what? And now you gotta, but they don't try nothing though. They see that real nigga response I give them, and they know that handshake is as far as they gonna go. Why should non-rectum runners have to deal with this? Why should straight men have to deal with harassment from the male LGBTQ community? Why? And why is it not questioned? Why is this shit allowed? Why is male LGBTQ predatory behavior allowed? I know a lot of women deal with this stuff from the studs, but I've never, like, men, we ain't got to worry about that. Ain't no stud gonna push up on us, nigga. They find out who the real man is real fast. So this goes for you ladies too that got to deal with the studs, but that's something that y'all got to vocalize more. Women be down with the LGBTQ shit a lot. So if y'all want that issue raised, ladies, y'all gotta handle that one yourself. I'm DwannBrown. I'm probably gonna get in enough trouble talking about what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, so but men Yeah, you're right, Big Lee. I don't trust a man with a weak ass handshake. Good one, Iron Will. You right. You right. Sergeant Santana threatened to power bottom DJ Academics. Now I'll never stand up for academics, but shouldn't nobody be threatening to make somebody to power bottom somebody? I appreciate that, Lori. Yeah, there's a lot of cowards out there, though. It is. It's a lot of cowards. I see them all the time. Some of the cats y'all be seeing that y'all like. I be seeing what them niggas, how them niggas act when we out. I be seeing that shit. Taking mental note like, Yeah, I don't fuck with that academics at all. But shouldn't no man be getting threatened to get his booty busted? We gotta speak up. I'm not afraid. See, look, me, I'm not afraid of the LGBTQ community. I'm not afraid of no community. Cause I'm right. I'm on the side of the universe. I'm on the side of God. I'm on the side of love. Everybody gets treated with respect. I love LGBTQ brothers and sisters. I got a few listening to me. I ain't got no issues with. I remember I was at a shindig about 2 months ago, and I was in the blunt circle. And the blunt circle, like all the gay dudes that was at the party, was over there at the blunt circle. I smoked blunts with the gay dudes, man. I ain't got no issues with them. Nigga, me and the gay dudes talked about regular ass shit. Nigga, what's going on in the world? Entertainment. They didn't talk about no shit digging activities. And I didn't talk about no straight with woman activities. We just left the sex alone. Me and the LGBTQ brothers, circle of us, we just sat and smoked and just talked about regular ass shit. Work. You know, dealing with life. It's a lot that we all share in common that we can get down on. But the gay dudes, they respected me. They weren't saying none of their gay shit around me. They weren't talking about Astroglide or nothing like that. You know what I mean? They wasn't talking about eating bananas and no shit like that. They was talking about regular ass shit. I didn't disrespect them. I didn't ask them any questions. You know what I mean? I didn't say I didn't talk about pussy because I know they don't like pussy, so I didn't bring it up. And we smoked that blunt for like 20 minutes, had a good time, and I walked my way, they walked the other way. I ain't got no issues with gay people. Now, we wasn't passing blunts, Maestro. I was smoking my blunt. They were smoking theirs. I have passed a blunt with a gay dude. Just when I did, I put my fingertips on the blunt before. I have done that. Nah, but nigga, we post-COVID, dog. I had my blunt. They had theirs. I'm sorry. I had to preface that for y'all. DwannBrown smokes hemp wraps. And most other people smoke blunts. And I can't do blunts. I can't do tobacco. And I don't like papers like I used to. If I do papers, I only like raw papers. I hate when people have. So I roll my own blunts. I don't really be passing blunts with people. Dwan smokes his own. You right, chat room. You right. Y'all thought I was passing blunts. No, I wasn't passing blunts. Nigga, I was not about to pass the bumps. Nigga, that was 4 different pipes them motherfuckers was probably puffing on before they hit. Hell nah, I wasn't passing no blunts. But I don't really pass blunts with straight niggas either. Cause a lot of you straight niggas be having your mouth up in dirty pussy. It's all the same. Niggas will lick a dirty pussy, not wash his face, and then smoke your blunt. Fuck out of here. Bitch had herpes, gonorrhea, all kind of stuff. And here come this dirty lip nigga smoking your blunt. No. DwannBrown rolls and smokes his own blunts. Alright? Let's make that very clear. 504 Gusto, you should know me better than that. Foodophilia, you should know me better than that. Come on, I thought y'all loved me. You know what I mean? Hell no, I have my own blunt. But like I said, I smoke hemp wraps. So and I can't smoke. I can't smoke tobacco. I don't like tobacco. I don't like backwoods. I don't like none of that shit. So most people here in LA smoke like tobacco, like style blunts. They rolling backwoods. They rolling blunts. They rolling swishers. I ain't nah. So I don't smoke with people. I smoke my own shit. Nah, 504 Gusto. Nah, we ain't cool. Nah, Foodophilia. I thought we was cooler than that. We should. Hey, Kirk. I'm about to have Herc put y'all on timeout. Y'all don't get the comment. Now don't put them on timeout, Herc. I'm just thinking about it real close. I thought them niggas I thought they loved me more than that. Shit, y'all fucked up. What's up, South Africa? Salute from South Africa. That's dope. What city in South Africa are you in? You said, have you ever smoked after the show, The Talking Hound? Nah, I love me and DJ Show again. DJ Show, that, hey, how you doing? DJ Show smokes, he smokes backwoods. No, so hell no, I don't smoke after the show. He smoked backwoods and he wraps his backwoods in papers. Fuck nah. One thing about DJ Show, he always brings his own weed, his own blunt. So yeah, nah, I don't smoke after the show. Johannesburg, South Africa, the building. That's what's up. But back to what we talking about. Katt brought up an interesting point about all these dudes in Hollywood that be circle jerking, dookie diving, and nah, Katt's not out of line. Housing 527. Katt was responding to what people said to him. Look, man, it's never out of line to respond. That's something that we were kind of taught through society. Because society is full of shit, and society trained us to not respond to the bullshit that they put us through. Nah, it's natural to respond. We supposed to respond to bullshit. So, you say you spoke out of a one-hitter? Yeah. I used to smoke out of those. Yeah, ain't nobody called, right, Iron Will, ain't nobody called Katt a liar. They're giving their point of view on what Katt talked about. Everyone that responded to Katt so far is giving a point of view, but not one person said he lied. But and again, I don't know. I'm not gonna pin names on anybody in Hollywood being LGBTQ. Although I have my suspicions based on being around certain people, being around certain parties. I do have my suspicions. I'm not gonna. This ain't the kind of channel that I'm just gonna be out there be like, this person gay, that person gay, that person gay, this person gay. I ain't gonna do all that. But I do agree with Corey Holcomb when he be, and most of the people that he lists. I will say that. Those of you who watch 5150, y'all know he been saying this shit that Katt was saying. He been saying this shit since forever. Me and Corey done had these conversations in front of the Improv plenty of times with different people. But you know, I'm not. Corey's good. His platform is that's 5150. That's what they do over there. Me personally, even the ones I think and I suspect that are LGBTQ, I still got love for them. As long as they ain't doing no predatory shit, my line is predatory behavior. Don't be a fucking creep. That's my line. My line is creeps. And creeps are straight, and creeps are gay. Creeps come in all forms, all shapes, sizes, and heights. The problem has been that they've been framing creeps into only straight people, specifically straight males. The way society has framed things, basically only straight males can be creeps. They don't highlight LGBTQ creeps. And it's not saying everybody within the LGBTQ community is a creep, because most aren't. But some are. And the way I see it, there's either going to be justice for everybody, or I'm talking shit. It's either justice for everybody, or everybody gets talked about. You're not going to say this particular group can't be talked about and at the same time allow them to run all willy-nilly through booty holes up and down Sunset Boulevard and Santa Monica Boulevard. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. Like, no. I'm DwannBrown. I'm not scared of none of these niggas. I'm not scared of none of this shit. I'm not scared. Let me reframe that, because the universe only recognizes strength. I'm confident. Because I know what I'm saying is based in love and integrity. And I'm within alignment of the times, these Aquarian times. We are in the Eight of Hearts here. Eight of Hearts is all about justice. Justice. And justice could be a good word, it could be a bad word. It depends on where you stand in life. If you're a person that's been doing right by people, doing your best to raise your children, be with your family, love your woman, love yourself, take care of the people around you, justice is a beautiful word. But if you're a scumbag, if you're somebody that takes advantage of people, if you're mean to people, then justice ain't a good word. So it's justice time. And nobody should have to deal with that if they choose not to. Like Dwight Howard. We talked about him before. Look at this lawsuit that he's accused of. I hope it's false, because I like D12 as a player. One of the greatest rebounding defenders and defenders to ever play center in the NBA. Before his back injury, was one of the most dominant players we'd ever seen. I like Dwight Howard as a player, especially pre-injury Dwight. I didn't like him on the Lakers. But outside of with the Lakers, man, I like Dwight Howard. But I don't want to. They said that he forced dookie activity on another man. That ain't right. See, me, I'm a big nigga that could defend myself, so I ain't got no issues. But what about these little ass niggas out here? That shit ain't right. I got people, I got integrity. But a lot of niggas don't have integrity. A lot of niggas, not just niggas, people in general don't have morals. And you have these predators out there, or you have people who do have morals, but they need money. They want money and they need money. And you got people out there that take advantage of that. That's why, like, man, women shouldn't have to deal with that. Like, I don't like weird people. I don't like predators. There's a lot of you weird ass niggas out there. Some of you niggas are weird. Don't touch women, fellas. If you ain't got that kind of relationship with a woman, leave your hands off of her. I be hearing stories from women where dudes be walking up behind them, putting their hands all on their hips and shit, and they ain't asked for it. Don't be that dude. Guys, fellas. Don't be that nigga, alright? Don't kiss a woman unless you have that type of relationship where she wants you to kiss her. Niggas just meet a chick. Y'all have a good, you gonna go rush in for the kiss. Man, if you don't sit your predatory ass down, Paul. Predatory Pete, nigga. Don't send random ass dick pics to women, fellas. See, niggas will never tell you that. Like, dudes will never tell you what, no, like, dudes will never have that conversation with each other. Not straight dudes. But I got a lot of female friends. I know a lot of women. And why do every woman I know, not every woman, I'll go ahead and say 95% of women I know got a story about some dude sending some random ass dick pic that they didn't request. Don't be that guy. If you're that guy, don't be in my fucking chat room. Or no, stay in my chat room and listen to me talk further about how to be. But don't be that dick pic sending nigga. You niggas is weird. We gotta address that behavior too. I know far too many women that have had that complaint. But I ain't never heard a man complain about women sending too many titty pictures. Right? I ain't never seen that complaint. Is it because women aren't weird, or is it because you niggas ain't asking for it? Oh, no, that's another subject. Back to what we talking about. Fellas, don't be that random ass dick pic nigga. You weird. Don't touch women unless they ask to be touched. And don't kiss women unless that's y'all relationship. Can we agree on that? Because before we get on code as black people, we got to be on code as human beings. Before we deal with race, because we do got to deal with race, you got to make sure you're within the laws of decency. And it's nothing you got to wait to do, wait to be. It's something you can make a decision to be right now. And if you've been molested, because a lot of you niggas was molested and touched as kids too. That's why you weird. And I'm not judging your weird ass either. Seek help. We have regular therapists that do the talk therapy shit. We got Kendall. You see her mod in here. I look. I like a couple of y'all done hit up Kendall recently, man. Y'all need to fucking hit her up and get one of her 3 session packages. Because it's going to take you 2-3 sessions. But that's way better than 10 years of talk therapy, all right? Don't trip on the cost. You on some bullshit. Like it's better to get the shit out your head. Like, you've been fucked over. You've been some shit's gone the way it shouldn't have gone, and it's playing out in weird ass behaviors. Nigga, get some therapy, fellas. Get some therapy. And if you already have a talk therapist, call Kendall anyway. You gonna take a couple sessions, but you're gonna be good. Promise. That's a good one, Back Polo. Thank you for that. And don't put your hands on a woman because you mad over an argument. I didn't even mention that, because that shit right there, far too common in America. in the world. Really in the world, not just in America. That's a worldwide, man. We're human beings, folks. We can talk. Excuse me. I don't have no muddling in this blunt. Usually I got muddling in my blunt. Ain't no blunt in here. Ain't no muddling in this. But we're human beings. We should be evolving past physical conflict. We should be seeking as human beings to evolve past physical conflict. There are an infinite amount of ways to solve a conflict before it comes to blows. Let me say that again. There are an infinite amount of ways to resolve a conflict before it comes to blows. It starts with understanding yourself and your emotions. When you feel your emotions are going from a level 2 to a level 4, that's when you say, hey, now's not a good time to talk about this. Let's go separate ways. I'm going to go here. You can do what the fuck you want to do. I'm going to go to the garage. I'm going to walk down the street. I'm going to go to the liquor store. I'm going to drive to my cousin's house. I'm going to step outside and smoke a blunt. I'm going to drink some wine. I'm going to meditate and breathe. I'm going to grab a crystal. And if you're into crystals, please, please, please get yourself a blue kyanite. Get yourself a black kyanite. Those are strong energy crystals that zap away negative energy. If you're into crystals, get yourself a grounding crystal. Black tourmaline, black kyanite, blue kyanite. Those are the crystals that you want to simmer down, okay? Do not, and I say this again, if you're into crystals, if you're enraged and you're angry, do not grab a quartz. Quartz crystals intensify energy. Pink quartz, rose quartz, tangerine quartz, clear quartz. Do not ever, smoky quartz, do never have a quartz on you when you're feeling intense and enraged. It's just going to amplify that feeling. But please do have a grounding stone, all black stones, outside of smoky quartz, are grounding. And your kyanites are grounding. Alright? Step the fuck away. Because if you let your emotions get to level 8, it's too late. You're going to cuss them out at level 8. You're going to cuss the other person out at level 8. They're going to cuss you out back. And then you're going to get to level 10 and you're going to slap her. Fellas, don't let it get to level 8. Don't let your energy, ladies, never allow your energy to get past level 5. Men and women. The number one way to resolve a conflict is to, when your emotions are when it gets to 5, release yourself. Go the other way. Take this from a nigga who worked in mental health for 10 plus years. I got a whole life that I live that I don't talk about here on the internet. You are talking to a fucking professional. When your emotions and energy gets to a level 5, walk away. Personally, I say walk away at 3. For me, I walk away at 3. Because I got a slick ass tongue, nigga. So I walk away at 3. But you should know where your energy and emotion is. You should be able to self-regulate. We as human beings should be able to self-regulate. And if you can't self-regulate, seek therapy so you can learn to self-regulate. Let me say that one more time. If you cannot self-regulate, People that are a 9 of diamonds usually have a tough time self-regulating. Kanye and Katt Williams are both 9 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds people generally have a tough time self-regulating. 5 of diamonds people, them diamonds, you niggas be hard. 8 of spades people, 9 of hearts. Oh, 9 of hearts. You some 7 of hearts. Y'all some vengeful motherfuckers. So you niggas really need therapy if that's your card. But just because it's a challenge doesn't mean it's impossible. Remember that. Challenge does not mean impossible. So we should be on self-missions to self-regulate. You're speaking to somebody who's had 2 different therapists. Not only did I work in mental health for a long time and solve thousands of families' problems, or help solve them, you really only help a handful of people. Most people just keep walking, and whatever you told them, they figure it out at some point down the line. That's just the fucking truth. It's only a handful of people you really help in this field. But anyway, mental health is where I come from. And I had 2 therapists of my own. I'm not going to fake to you niggas just because I'm on the internet with a little bullshit ass following. Yes, nigga. This time, 10 years ago, I went to go see a therapist. I had a mother, I damn near had a nervous breakdown in 2014. Nigga, I had this Russian therapist, Russian white lady named Dr. Tabori. And she helped me. She helped me a lot. But she can only help me to a point. Because remember when Eric Garner got choked out? That black dude that got choked out by the police? That was the last video I've ever seen of a black person getting murdered. When Eric Garner got choked out, that fucked my head up. Cause I'm a fat nigga like him. And that week before Eric Garner got choked out, I was working in South Central LA. I was driving down Century Boulevard. I had a black Chevy Tahoe. I'm driving down Century Boulevard. I make a right on San Pedro. I'm going to Lock High to go see one of my kids at Lock High. Anybody who knows Lock High here in LA, you know that shit's on the corner of Assault and Battery. You know what I mean? 111th Street. So right as I pull up to Lock High, LAPD pulled me over, but not the LAPD with the siren, the LAPD with the gang unit with no siren on top. Them niggas pulled me over and got out the car, had their guns out on me. Nigga got me out my truck. We in South Central LA. It's in July. I got this black Chevy Tahoe. I got a badge on me saying Hathaway Sycamore Child and Family Services. I got the fucking badge on me. And I'm sitting on the motherfucking hood of the car. 2016 or 15, whenever that was. Hot as fuck in LA. And them police was ready to fuck me up. But they didn't. Because I called my spiritual protection in. And for you niggas that say that don't work, you a dumb motherfucker. Spirit does work. I got calm. I called in my spirits on me. And them motherfuckers, as quick as they got on my black ass, was as quick as they got off me. That's real talk. Shit. I'm drinking this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm drinking this Jameson and ginger ale. Well, anyway, the police leave. I go into Lock High to speak to one of my black. She was a girl. To speak to one of my black girls that I worked with, to tell her about how to walk around in the neighborhood 5 minutes after I had guns put on me by the LAPD. So the next week, I go into therapy to my therapist that I'm already seeing. The next week, Eric Garner get choked out. So the day Eric Garner got choked out on video, I happen to have to go to therapy that day. So I went to therapy, and nigga, This when I realized I needed a black therapist. I get to telling her about how traumatized I feel about Eric Garner getting choked out. The therapy session ended up going to, what do you mean he got choked out? I was like, yes, a black man got choked out by the police. She said, did anybody help? And I'm sitting here trying to tell this, and she's a beautiful lady, don't get me wrong. I love her. She helped me get a long way. But she was like, did anybody help? And I ended up counseling her. And that's when I realized DwannBrown needs a new therapist. But I stopped therapy for a little bit, but I knew my head wasn't all the way right. So I went and I found another therapist. I just found a black therapist. And she helped me out a whole motherfucking lot. So I'm telling you niggas and ladies, get some fucking therapy if your head is fucked up. And then, to get my head all the way right, I hit up Kendall in the chat room because I had some lingering shit going on in my mind, major shit. It took about 3 sessions, but Kendall swept that shit all the way the fuck out. Kendall did more for me in 3 sessions than 2 years with one therapist and 2.5 years with a different therapist. That's my personal testimony. That's my personal testimony. On my Cash App is $DWannBrown. $DWannBrown. But I wasn't looking at the chat room because I just had to go on a tangent. We need help, black people. We fucked up in the head. And if we wasn't fucked up, we would be in a better position. We in the fucked up position because our heads is fucked up. A number got done on our grandparents, on us, our parents, our grandparents. Bullshit has been passed down to us for 10, 15 generations. And we get bullshit fed to us through our media to reinforce the bullshit that we hold epigenetically. It's not just we hold the epigenetics of trauma. The trauma gets reinforced every time you turn on the news and you see a black person in handcuffs. The trauma gets reinforced every time you turn on the TV and every commercial got 2 black men kissing. The trauma gets reinforced when the children get dolls and it's just a black woman and children with no father there. The trauma gets reinforced every time you see Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj, and all this bullshit ass music that our children are forced to listen to. The trauma is constantly reinforced, nigga. This shit doesn't stop. These motherfuckers that captured your great-great-great-great-grandparents ain't gave you a break, nigga. Our heads is fucked up. And the same with going back to the topic of this show, the same thing with my LGBTQ brothers and sisters. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all, well, I'm going to come out the front. Most of y'all, based on my experience, I've worked with 100, maybe more than 100 gay children. Most of them, in my experience, if this isn't you, let it fly. If this ain't you, let it fly. But in my experience, 9 out of 10 of the girls and boys that I worked with that expressed gay desires were molested or verbally abused in such a traumatic way. They may not have been touched, but there was high levels of verbal abuse. I had this one grandmother. Most of my stories from work I forgot. So I can't tell you too many stories. I literally, my memory's been wiped from like 98% of my work stories. But one of my work stories is coming back to me now. I had this one client, she lived in the jungles. She used to drink beer out of a chilled wine glass. 10 in the morning. We'd have sessions 10 in the morning. I ain't gonna say her name because that would be a HIPAA violation. But she would freeze and chill these wine glasses and wine and champagne flutes. She'd either have a wine glass or champagne flute chilled. And she'd drink her beer at 10 in the morning. And she used to call her little grandson the F-A-G-G-E-T word. Because he used to kind of walk around kind of like, this little boy, he wasn't touched. He wasn't touched. But you knew, okay, this little nigga was probably born this way. But she used to call him the F word every fucking day. And I don't want no little faggot ass grandson. And this is the shit I used to deal with at work. Every fucking day. Come to find out, the grandmama was a lesbo. And the mama was a lesbo. They both was lesbos with kids. And now they got this little dainty ass little boy walking around, the mama and the grandmama calling him a little F word. I had another kid who lived in downtown LA. He was a Latino little boy. He was talking to me and he came out to me as gay. And I was like, man, I got love for you. This was the same kid who told me his mother told him not to talk to black people. This kid's mother told him not to talk to black people. But this kid trusted me. And he came out to me as gay. And to his therapist. His therapist was a Latino lady. And I was his behavior specialist. And then a week after he came out to me as gay, he told me that he was molested. Then he told me he was molested by his uncle. Not his uncle, his mom's friend. Not his uncle, I'll take it back, not uncle, mom's friend. But family friend. It was like the family friend that got them into America from Mexico. And I had to deal with that shit. This motherfucker, so we told the mom, like, hey, your son said that he was molested when he was 7, like continuously from like the ages of 6 to like 8. And it was from your friend Wompty Wham Boomty Bam. And do you know we heard the mom say, oh, I know. I figured he was. I didn't want to get him deported. And the kid turned around and looked at me and cried in my motherfucking arms. Not his mom's. Not even his Latino therapist, mine. So that's the kind of shit I had to deal with for you LGBTQ niggas who may want to say some shit about what I'm saying. This is my experience. If your experience is something different, I respect it. I respect your experience. I didn't deal with every single LGBTQ person in the world. I just dealt with my handful that I worked with personally. But I done worked with a lot of trauma. So I'm qualified to talk, bitch. Shit. I didn't work with all this trauma to be mum is the word. Nigga, I work with that trauma from my heart. So now that I got a goddamn platform, I'ma use it, nigga. Fuck out of here. They got dealt with all that trauma just to see. And I can see, one thing is, when you deal with this shit as long as I did, I can see trauma on people's face. I'm intuitive like a motherfucker too. I can see it right on you. Nigga, I'm looking right at you. You can put sunglasses on all you want. I'm going to look right through them holes and see all the trauma you dealing with. Like these niggas in Hollywood that got their booty hole puckered for roles. I be seeing that. I be seeing you niggas trauma too. That should be funny. You be like, think about it here in LA. A lot of these niggas done got their booty holes run through and they still ain't stars. Nigga done let Russell Simmons run up. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have said no names. My bad. Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Next story. Yeah. Ebony said power stretch bottoms for nothing. Why the fuck is this chat room so goddamn ignorant? I ain't looked at you niggas in 15 minutes. And that's why I ain't look. The minute I look at my chat room, I got a moderator talking about some stretch bottoms for nothing and laughing. That's why my chat room ain't shit. The moderators are the worst ones. But for real, that's the background in which I speak from. When it comes to this, I don't think nobody should be tortured. But here's the issue. Traumatized people traumatize people. Traumatized people traumatize people. And it becomes a cycle of trauma. A lot of them rectum running ass niggas in Hollywood, they didn't voluntarily want their booty hole run through, but they had to figure out a way to deal with it. They wanted that fame, they wanted that dollar so much, they had to find. This is a conversation me and Kendall had actually recently, like how people deal with that kind of trauma. A lot of these dudes didn't necessarily want their booty hole puckered, but it happened. And they enjoyed the success, they enjoyed the fame, so they had to find a way to like it. Our brains, whatever we do, we're going to find a way to reason with it and rationalize with it. You know, whether that be eating habits, drinking habits, drug habit, whatever your habit is, you all found a way to rationalize with it. So, a lot of these niggas got the booty hole pipe down rationalization going on in their mind, you know? And some of these niggas can't rationalize it. They're angry. But what does anger do? Anger perpetuates negative behavior. When I dealt with abusive parents that abuse children, look, I had this one father that used I had a father and a mother that used to abuse this boy. And they both, when they were done, these are two different, it's a father and a mother, but not the same child, my bad. Not the same child, different children, different families. But they were a lot alike, these two families that I was working with. I was working with them at the same time. So it was like I was almost able to give them both the same kind of work, like double up my work, because they were similar situations. But when they would be done abusing that child, they were never happy about it. I've never seen an abusive parent that was proud to be abusive. I've never seen an abusive parent that loved being abusive. They hide it. They're ashamed of it. Some of the biggest cries I've seen in my life was from a parent after they abused their child. Part of the reason was because I called DCFS on their ass. Yes, I am calling the Department of Child and Family Services on your punk ass. Yes, I have made plenty of those calls. And every time I made a DCFS call, I called the DCFS with the parent right there with me. I never reported a parent behind their back. Every time I had to report a parent, I did it in the room with the parent. And I had the parent speak for themselves on why I made the call to the Department of Children and Family Services. That's how DwannBrown got down when I work with kids. But I've never seen one of those parents be proud of their abuse. They cry, they're mad, they're angry. But guess what happens when they get angry again? What do? They go right back to doing the thing that they, in the sober mind, in their normal mind, would rather not do. And that's abuse that child. No different than the children who were molested that I worked with. I've gotten children removed from homes because parents were molesting them. Those children become angry. And how can you think about it, people? How could a person not be angry if their innocence was violated by someone they were supposed to trust? Think about that for a second. I know this is a heavy topic, y'all, and I generally don't like to get this heavy, and I never really talk about my old job on this show. Y'all notice I already talk about my old job because that shit was way too traumatic for me. I let that old job sleep. I may talk about that old job with y'all every blue once a few times a year, and I don't go too deep because it's still, even though I've had my therapy, it's still extremely traumatic. And on top of that, I forgot 98% of the stories. Just facts. I as good as my memory is, I forgot 98% of the stories from my last job. And I thank God, like I really do. I wake up and I pray and I thank God that the Lord wiped my memory clear of the majority of shit that I had to work with on that job. Because for about 2016 to 2020, your boy was not that funny on stage as a comic. Like, I was funny, but I wasn't that funny, like as far as my taste. I wasn't that funny. A nigga's head was too fucked up. You know what I mean? That's why when Teddy Ray called me to do Roast Me, I said, that's the main reason why I said no. I could talk about haters all I want in the long run, but really, I wasn't feeling myself. I didn't think I was that funny. When Teddy called me to do Roast Me, I was like, I ain't that funny right now. That's because I'm dealing with 15 kids a day with these type stories that I'm dealing with. Not a day, a week. I would always keep a case order from 15 to 20 kids. So I'm dealing with 15 to 20 kids a week with similar stories to the one I'm telling you right now. So I'm making tonight's show. I said all that for a reason, because I am talking about the predatory behavior coming from the LGBTQ community in Hollywood. Understand, a lot of these people were traumatized, and traumatized people traumatize people. And the only way we're going to solve this issue, the only reason why I'm talking is to solve the issue. The only way we're going to solve the issue is if we address the trauma directly. We got to stop acting like this shit don't exist. It's fucking real. A lot of you LGBTQ niggas was abused. And that shit shouldn't have happened, but it needs to be solved. But solving the abuse is hard work. Facing yourself is hard. Especially since most abused people, most victims of abuse, self-identify with the abuse. That's what makes it so cold. People who've been abused, identity self-identifies with the abuse. So you see yourself as the victim and you see the abuse as a part of you, as who you are. To you people out there that have been abused, you are not your abuse. Your abuse is some shit that happened to you. Your abuse is passed down trauma from someone else who was probably abused. Understand, it ain't you. And when you learn to separate yourself from the abuse, you can then go about fixing the abuse that was put on you. But as long as you identify with the abuse that was put on you, you're never going to solve the abuse that was put on you. You did not abuse yourself. Some abused, sorry, degenerate motherfucker chose to abuse you. You have to understand that. And then when you understand that, you can take your punk ass to therapy and get some fucking help. You real talk, Lori Brown. Church ain't gonna fix it, yo. Church ain't gonna fix it. Running from it ain't gonna fix it. Acting like it doesn't exist ain't gonna fix it. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I like being fat and out of shape. Most of you gay niggas love going to the gym too much. Niggas be dressed like Shannon Sharp at the gym looking at each other's biceps and shit, trying to mask it. Hey man, look at his arms. Nigga, you trying to feel on that nigga. Trying to mask your goddamn sissy syndrome with weightlifting. Nigga, if you don't face whatever the fuck you running from and deal with your motherfucking self, nigga. Nigga. Hey, Ebony, that Dick Prince Scouts. Now, what y'all talking about? I ain't been looking at y'all in the chat room. I've been ignoring y'all in the chat room. Isaiah Edwards asks, what do you suggest to clear the mind to get rid of bad memories? I don't know if you can get rid of bad memories other than you just got to move on. As the bad memories come up, change the channel. You got to get used to changing your mind. Our thoughts are involuntary. What we choose to harbor on and hover on is voluntary. So when the negative thoughts come, the bad thoughts come, change your mind to what you want. If the bad thought comes of, what if somebody is around the corner? What if somebody's getting ready to break in my house? Change your mind to, what's the highest outcome? What if I get a bigger house? What if I have a stronger alarm system and a dog and a way to protect myself? Whatever, change your mind. Thoughts are involuntary, but you do choose which thoughts you choose to stick with. So as you deal with negative thoughts, address them, but move on to a positive thought. Switch it to a positive thought. And listen to the song by Funkadelic called Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts. Good thoughts, bad thoughts. Thoughts are tiny seeds that grow after their own kind. Listen to All About Love by Earth, and Fire. It's another good song to listen to. Listen to some good ass fucking music, man. Change your mind. King Gary's you a fool. Yeah, knowledge when you're overthinking. Meditation does help. And learn how to meditate. Some people can meditate in the quiet. And I can meditate in the quiet. I like the quiet. I definitely like to meditate in the quiet sometimes. But the majority of my meditation is to music. See, when I want to change my mind, I turn on some good live music, some Donald Byrd, some Bobby Humphrey. I have a meditation mix. One of my mods, can y'all find my Incense and Ashtrays meditation mix in Spotify? If somebody in the chat room can go to Spotify and type in Incense and Ashtrays meditation music playlist. I have a meditation music playlist on Spotify. It got some of that new Andre 3000 on it, some Oscar Peterson, some Herbie Hancock, Johnny Hammond, Roy Ayers, Erykah Badu. And it's music that you can just close your eyes to. And if you want some help meditating, one thing that can help with your meditation, just close your eyes and allow the music to take you. Listen to the flute that's playing in the background. Listen to the layers within the music. That's why you got to get away from pop music of the last 30 years, including the 90s and the 80s for the most part, post 85. This is where you got to get into music that's pre-1985. Listen to some Luther Vandross, that first album that he did, and listen to those string arrangements in the background. Focus in on the music and listen to the music being played. All the layers behind the background singers, the harmonies, the melodies, Miles Davis, John Coltrane. Allow those rhythms and harmonies to take you somewhere. Give yourself 20, 30 minutes a morning and at night for some Kamasi Washington, some Joseph Leonberg on a modern jazz tip. Listen to some of that live music and allow it to take you. Listen to some Michael Jackson. If you want to go there, let me give y'all a tip. If you want to go there and really get your vibration really, really, really high, listen to Michael Jackson. Start your morning off with working day and night. Play some motherfucking Remember the Time. Play the Liberian Girl and nigga. Play my favorite song, Earth Song, when he mixed that gospel with the rock. Play some Michael Jackson for 30 minutes. And don't pick up your phone. Don't tweet. Don't do none of that corny shit. Don't, respond to a message. Just listen to Michael Jackson and breathe deep. Smoke some weed. Or if you don't smoke weed, just breathe to Michael Jackson. I dare you. When you get out this motherfucker, if you want to feel good, turn on some Michael Jackson and just take deep breaths. Nigga. YouTube won't accept the Spotify link, damn it. Earth and Fire. Find an artist of your choice. Kendall says YouTube won't accept the link. So please make sure that you go to Spotify and type in Incense and Ashtrays. That's the letter N. Incense and Ashtrays meditation music playlist. Playlist over 100 songs deep. You can play that shit all fucking morning and just breathe to the music. Do that. Do that. And watch your mood change. Do that. High frequency music. Some Frankie Beverly and Maze. Isley Brothers, nigga. The Spinners. Smokey Robinson. Stevie Wonder. Tina Marie. Outkast. High vibrational music. Make sure the vibration's high. Erykah Badu. Jill Scott. Music Soul Child. Take some good deep breaths to that. And let your music, and let your mood soar. Yeah, that song, The Creator Has a Master Plan. Hell yeah. Songs from the Streets by the Crusaders. Barry White, nigga. Isaac Hayes. Them orchestral arrangements from late 60s, early 70s Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes, go listen to Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul. Ike's Rap Part 3. I think Ike's Rap Part 3 is my favorite of all the Ike's raps. Go listen to Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul album. You want to hear some orchestra, some sound, some music eargasm? Go listen to Hot Buttered Soul, that album by Isaac Hayes. Ike's Rap Part 3. That's my shit right there, boy. Go listen to Zoom by the Commodores. You want your mind to be right? Play Zoom for that 7 minutes. Sit your phone down and just breathe to Zoom by the Commodores. Watch your mood get better. I told you niggas I'm talking about solutions. Oh, there we go. Kendall got it. There we go. Thank you, C. Diggs. You're right about that. Do not listen to angry rap. Don't listen to angry rap. Leave that shit alone. Oh, by the time I get to Phoenix, hell yeah. Excuse me. That blunt. I didn't have no mullen. Woo! Usually I got mullen in my blunt, so I don't be coughing like that. But that last blunt didn't have any mullen. Woo! Shit. I take care. Usually I got mullen with my weed. I didn't have no mullen with this weed. My apologies for the coughing. Shit. The blunt's done. Hey, good advice, Big Marty, but that was funny than a motherfucker. He said no little anybody and no young anybody. Right. Don't listen to nobody named Lil or Young. Yeah, listen to Reaching Down the Side by Frankie Beverly and Maze. What's up, Heartoons TV? Salute to you, my brother. Listen to that, man. Listen to some, you listen to some William Devine. Listen to some Be Thankful. I love that shit. It's a lot of good music to listen to. Listen to some Stephanie Mills. Like when I really need to clean myself and when I really want to reach there, I listen to some powerful women sing. I got a playlist to where I listen to just women of the 80s sing to me. Melissa Morgan, Stephanie Mills, Tina Marie, Angela Wimbush. I got a list where a playlist to where I only listen to those women. Whitney Houston, Michelle, Shirley Murdoch. It's a certain beauty and the magic within the voice. And you like going back to what we were talking about mental health earlier. And this is advice I use on myself, and I can use more of my own advice of just zoning out with the music. Like when you listen to those is Shaka Khan, the women vocalists, especially of the 80s, Anita Baker, there was just a certain power and a magic the women of the 80s sang with. And that will cleanse your soul, nigga. Why do you think they got all this punk ass music doing auto-tune? They don't want your soul getting cleansed. They don't want your soul getting cleansed. You better go back and that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make another playlist of the women of the 80s, of the voices. Patti LaBelle. And 70s too. Of course the 70s. 70s are included in all music discussions because the 70s is the absolute greatest decade of music in recorded music history. The 1970s. But specifically when you're dealing with there was a certain genre of power vocalists of the 80s, Phyllis Hyman. It's just so many of them. Vesta, Martha Wash, and those women, their voices were just, oh my God. Talk about cleaning your motherfucking soul, nigga. Nah, I don't really fuck with Marsha Ambrosius' voice. I don't really like Marsha Ambrosius' voice. She sounds like she crying too goddamn much. Salute to you if you do. You know, everybody got their own taste, but one of my least favorite singers is Marsha Ambrosius. And no disrespect, I think she's talented. But when she get to all that crying, my heart races. Oh, the vibrato, I'll be like, God damn, stop crying. Oh, where's Layla Hathaway at? Bring Layla Hathaway. Now, Layla Hathaway, that's my girl right there. Layla Hathaway can do no wrong. And if somebody ever thought about slandering Layla Hathaway's name any way, shape, or form, I'd cut thine throat in two, nigga. But Marsha Ambrosius, her whining ass voice, that shit get to annoying me after a while. There's a song that Robert Glasper does of Marsha Ambrosius on Black Radio 1. I forgot the name of the song. But I love the melody of that song. I love everything about that song other than her voice. My heart ring. Oh, God. I wish Brother Glasper would have had anybody else sing that song. Shit. Yeah, I've heard Martha Ambrosius live. She has a good voice. I'm not saying she has a bad voice. She has a good voice. Like, she has skills. I just don't like her voice. All that goddamn whining get to pissing me off after a while. We all got preferences. We all got preferences. It's good to have preferences. Shit. I'm sure some people that I mentioned that you may not like, and that's fine too, you know? We all got preferences. But if you play Marsha Ambrosius more than 2 songs, I'm be like, nigga, can we change this playlist, please? I can only hear so much goddamn crying. But we got to stop this cycle of abuse. And abuse is not confined to one community. Every community has its sector of abuse. But abusers should not only be punished, because I do believe in punishment, But I do believe in correction also. They should have to face the trauma that they're playing out through their abuse. Abusers should face the trauma that they're playing out that's harming other people. And victims of abuse should always know and understand that you are not your abuse. Separate yourself from your abuse. See it for what it was. It's not you. And then move on and live your life. Hell yeah. Patrice Rushen. Nigga, hell yeah. Michelle Farrell. Y'all dropping some dope ass names in the chat. This nigga Herc said Sister Sledge. That nigga's about niggas Herc want to play. Wait, Herc over there at home in Orange County listening to Jump In. You wanna run and make it in a money. Jump for my love. Jump in. Nigga, that song was so goddamn 80s. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. If you want more. If you want more, jump. Nigga, you know my 80s shit? Motherfucking Ashford and Simpson. Nigga. I love some goddamn Ashford and Simpson. Nigga. Solid as a rock, doon, 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 doon. There's one with the rain. The feeling still, ha, 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 ha. Nigga, Ashford and Simpson, nigga. Send it. That's probably my favorite Ashford and Simpson song. Send it. I love that motherfucking song right there, man. Send it. That's some shit y'all gonna have to look up. I guarantee you, none of you niggas, ain't none of y'all niggas heard Send It by Ashford and Simpson. Their voices sound so good together. The blend of their voices on that song. Love has its own will. Valerie Simpson said, you know love has its own will. When love prevails, you have to send it like a laser beam. Send it. I love those lyrics that they made in that song. Send your love. Send a little love. Send a little care. It reaches everywhere. Listen, look up that song by Ashford and Simpson and listen to the lyrics. Send a little love. Send a little care. It reaches everywhere. It's a song about sending love. You don't need no prerequisite. You don't need to. See, a lot of you niggas is just angry. Man, you can't trust nobody. And no disrespect to anybody in here who may have that mindset. A lot of you niggas are victims of abuse also. That have that. The reason why you can't trust nobody is because somebody in your life did something that made you mistrust people. If you were born on May 5th, if you're an ace of spades, you probably, if you're a three of diamonds, certain cards, nine of hearts, nine of diamonds, somebody in your life at a young age did something to violate your trust. So now you running around the world being untrustworthy of everybody else. You better get some fucking therapy. We all fucked up, not just the LGBTQ community. They just happen to be who we talking about for this particular topic based on what Katt Williams said and so many people within the entertainment industry. The abuse within Hollywood. It's hurt people hurting people. That's what it comes back down to. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Hurt. It seems to hang on. It seems to hang on. Like a snowball rolling down the hill. It seems to hang on. That's, man. Hey, Hurt, you just took me, man, Hurt. All right, bro, I see you, Hurt. How did I miss It Seems to Hang On? I love that shit, boy. That song just feels good. That song just feels good. Oh, yeah, Sadaya? Yeah. This nigga brought up Cynthia Riva doing renditions. Hell no. My nigga Larry Smith in the chat room. I know Larry Smith up in this motherfucker because I got a dark screen in this nigga's teeth. So I'm about to get up out of here because I'm about to go out to the comedy club, talk a little bit of shit. With all this Katt Williams stuff, I'm about to head to the comedy club and get a temperature on what the comedians are thinking. We about to be laughing right tonight. So, yeah. Let me get up on out of here so I can get to the comedy club so I can laugh at, so I can just be around the comics laughing at the fuck shit, the shit that Katt Williams said. Yeah, but when it comes down to it, man, let's solve, instead of talking about abuse and making it thing or acting like abuse doesn't exist, let's solve it by confronting it head on. Get therapy. But in the meantime, between now and therapy, listen to some fucking music 20 minutes every morning and meditate. Just breathe to the music. If you smoke weed to the music. But breathe to the music. If you smoke weed and breathe at the same time to the music. And allow the music to heal you. Oscar Peterson, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Roy Hargrove, Roy Ayers, Erykah Badu, Johnny Hammond, Smith, Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock, Earth and Fire, Parliament Funkadelic, Michael Jackson, Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson, Stephanie Mills, Whitney Houston. Allow them to take you there. And let's start healing ourselves. Because ain't none of this black empowerment shit that we talk gonna work if we're broken individually. So let's start fixing ourselves, all right? You said he at the farm tonight? And I'm probably going to go out to to one of the comedy clubs. But yeah. Crack them up. All right? There are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those that want to pick up the game. I'm out.